Welcome to the Unbelievable Women Talk Show, where we inspire women to step into their power. My name is Joyce Barton, and I'm your host. Today I'm here with a very special woman who lives right here in the Melbourne area of Florida, where I am from. And Malak has been such an inspiration to so many women in the area and has grown a fabulous organization here called the Women of Excellence. And I'd like to introduce you to Malak Hammad. Malak, welcome.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. It's a pleasure.
I'm so happy that you agreed to spend a little time with me here today. I was so excited that you would share your time and share, what you do here with this organization and what you do in the community. You do so much for so many people, and I have seen this organization, the Women of Excellence, grow to tremendous numbers, where we actually have to have the meeting here now at Bare Furniture to accommodate everyone. So tell us.
Well, believe it or not, thank you, Joyce. Thank you for having me. This is very, very exciting. Actually, I'm very honored. I really am. Thank you. This organization, I've only been, believe it or not, in Brevard County for less than 8 years. So actually, I'm very new to Brevard County, so less than 8 years. And I've begun to go on behalf of PNC Bank. I started going to the Women of Excellence. And it was a very small group. Literally, when I began to go there, it was like if we got 25 women, it was very exciting. When they asked me to be the chair, I was absolutely flabbergasted for one that they asked me. My first meeting, I had 65 women, and that was a big to-do. The next meeting was 120, and it kept growing. And now, truly, we are the largest women organization, but we have, of course, numerous men that are coming, 30, 40, that average are coming every month. And that's why I always say men of excellence are welcome.
Right.
But this is a fantastic group of ladies and gentlemen. They really are. We are about inspiration. We're not about sales. I want to hear somebody's journey, whether good, bad, or ugly. We all have a story to tell. And it doesn't have to be a bad story. It just has to be an inspiration. How do you focus? How do you stay in business? Life balance, things like that. So this is really very, very special to me. And the average is 200 to 250 every month that come here to Bear's Furniture.
That's
We're very
wonderful.
honored to have them host us. Yes.
So tell me, Malak, because I know that you are all about inspiring women, as I am. And what I'm really curious and would love to know is what inspires you? What inspires Malak Hammad?
What really inspires me is the fact that I think this community inspires me because I have been on both sides of the coin. I've been where I had nothing and had no one, and that's my inspiration, is to make sure that no one feels like that. So if I could just make a difference, even if it's one person at a time, and one person is going to turn around and pay it forward. I recently met a young man. I'm not sure if you've heard about that. It's very new. I met a young man at Junior Achievement at a gala, and I noticed he had no self-confidence, and I could just tell by his reaction when I asked him to introduce himself. And I could see he really had, his nose wasn't in good shape, and I knew it bothered him. So that evening, I was determined to do something about it. And I tell you, within 2 days, I asked a local doctor in the community if he'd be willing to do the surgery on this young man, and he did.
Oh my gosh.
2 weeks ago, he had his surgery, and I am over the moon for it, and he is so happy. He is so happy. It's going to make such a difference in his life. His self-confidence is already shot up. He actually called me this week. I apologized last week. His appointment, he was going to Dr. Cleven's office and asked me if I would just stop in to see his new nose. So
that's wonderful.
He's from Palm Bay, and he is going to college next. And I'm telling you, he is so happy. It made such a difference in his life.
That has been such a blessing for him, and just to reach out to someone like that.
I met him only seconds.
Wow.
I mean, didn't even know his name when I was determined to do something, because I could tell he was very uncomfortable, young man, uncomfortable. Again, he didn't want me to look at him too much. And so I had to really actually search for him, and I found him.
Wow.
I found him.
So you say you went from a time where you felt very alone.
Yes.
And isolated.
Very much so, very much so.
To now where you can connect
Yes.
a young man that you met in minutes
Yes.
to a local doctor to help him
Yes.
perform this
And the
procedure.
amazing thing about this community, it really is. That's what I love is the community. Is it's literally the Women of Excellence. The gala that I met that young man was on a Saturday night. The next meeting was Tuesday morning, and I met the office manager from Dr. Clemens' office here.
Wow.
And she said, Malak, I heard a lot about you. I'm dying to meet you. I said, oh, you're going to be sorry you said that. I did. And within a couple of days, she emailed me and said that. So I thought, if I can get one doctor to say yes in a couple of days, why not ask for more?
That's
So
right.
I'm going to continue with this path.
That's
it's
wonderful.
Yes, medical and dental warriors right here with borders, Brevard County.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yes, I'm going to continue
How
with
exciting.
that. Yes, yes.
Good for you.
You know,
And,
but-
I know that you've won several awards from
Yes.
various places in the community. Can you tell us about that?
Well, definitely 2015 was my year. I have won several awards. I had to clean up my office. My team thought I got fired or I'm moving because it was getting so cluttery, but I had to make room for the new ones. No offense. I apologize if that seems a little, awkward to say, but this year was really my year. I actually won Volunteer of the Year for the Melbourne Chamber. I also was nominated for the Women of Excellence, but I always have to recuse myself since I'm the chair. And I also won Humanitarian of the Year. And I was also one of the top 3 volunteers for the year for Florida Today. I was one of the 3 finalists
Wow.
for Florida Today in Brevard County.
I'm not surprised,
Yeah,
but
thank you,
these are
thank
all
you.
wonderful
Yes.
recognition for you.
It really is. I mean, I'm absolutely, shocked, to be honest with you, because I don't do it for any reason. The Jefferson Award I also won, and that meant the world to me. The Jefferson Award was actually founded by Jackie Onassis.
Wow.
And it
Okay.
is for people, actually for citizens that do, without any expectations. So the Jefferson Award also meant the world to me.
And and I can tell that about you, that you're so
thank
humble and appreciative, and you do these things from your heart.
It
I can
has
just
to be. It
see
has
it
to be.
in you, in your eyes, in your personality, how you
has to
reach out
be.
to people.
Well, very quick, the young man that I helped, when his dad called me when we connected on the phone, because he's underage, so I had to speak with his family. His dad
Yeah.
actually said to me, he could not pronounce my name, but he said, "What's in it for you?" And he says, "I lived in Palm Bay all my life. We have never been given $1 for nothing." It was on the phone. So I said, "Sir, if you could just see the smile on my face and feel the joy in my heart, that's all it's in for me. That's
Wow.
it."
And
That
it's
is
hard.
it.
It's hard sometimes for people to accept something like that
It was
without
very hard for
doubting
him.
and questioning it.
It was definitely very difficult for
So
him. He
you-
could not believe it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he could not believe
That's
it.
wonderful. And
Thank
you're
you.
involved in so many other community events and
Yes.
charities in the area. I know you belong to the WOW group
Yes,
with the zoo,
yes,
associated
the
with the
WOW.
zoo.
I belong to the WOW. I belong to the Women of Defense. I also am the president of Be Kind Brevard, which is a no-bully zone, and I'm also I'm actually on Brevard Schools on their audit committee as well, and so I'm on a lot of different charities committees. I just was the host for the lip sync contest with Red
That's
Pallone
fun.
for Brevard Family Partnership. Oh my God, that was fantastic. So I was the MC for that. So I'm on a lot of different boards.
And you've done, I've even seen you do some modeling with Emmanuel.
Emmanuel Couture.
Yes.
And actually, believe it or not, I've done some modeling, and the pictures, actually, the photos were for international magazines, and that was from Marlene Couture.
Oh, that's
That
something
was,
I didn't know.
Yes, that
Good
was
for
this
you.
year as well. Yes, they
Wonderful.
were actually featured in international magazines because she's an international designer.
So how does that make you feel to go from, as you described it, as being very isolated and alone, now to just being this almost public figure here in Brevard? Not almost, you are a
Yeah.
public figure here in Brevard County. And
I hear that a lot, and I was featured recently also in Aldea. He did front page and a full page. Javier Molina's on me too. I have to tell you, sometimes I think someone is talking about someone else. I'm not kidding you, because truly I have been there where I didn't see a way out. I did not see a way out. Sat on the couch and didn't know what I'm going to do, where I'm going to hide. A lot of different background, a lot of different situations, So I can honestly tell you, being the victim, and being a victim is not much fun, and I was both.
Okay.
And for a long time, maybe it was a comfort zone being in that. And then I finally decided, you know what? I have to do something about it myself. I can't live in fear. I have to do something about it. So I chose to get out of that and do something different.
So
Yes.
it's a decision.
It's a
very
absolutely,
conscious
it's
decision
a very
that you
conscious
made.
decision, yes. Because for the longest time, I really let it, let it affect me. No self-esteem, no self-confidence. Not really having the power to say I can do something. I can do something different, including for myself to start with, because that's where you have to start is with yourself.
That's right.
So now, without even thinking, I don't hesitate to connect people. I don't hesitate to say, I will do what I can. I can only do what I can, but I will do it over and over
Yes.
again.
Yeah.
I will do it over anytime.
Well, and what a testament that is to so many people who are dealing with challenges in their life, and they feel stuck and don't know how they can get out of it and,
Yes.
and take that next step.
There is always a way. There's always a
Always
way.
a way.
There's always a way.
Yes.
You just need that little push. You just need that
Was
little
there
push.
someone who you can remember that was an influence over that, or was it just your own self-realization?
Well, honestly, for me, there have been a lot of people along the way that really have been, but finally, like I said, it had to be self, because again, it was a comfort zone for me to know or feel, I guess, because it's all I've known is the fear. That's all I've known is there is no way out. So it really was, for me, it was to say, okay, enough is enough. I don't like hearing my own story anymore. I really didn't.
Yes.
I had to say to myself, okay, enough, because again, it was something that I relived it over and over again.
Right.
So it wasn't really helping me. I
No.
have to take it as a lesson learned, and that's what I'm always saying, a lesson learned. Take it as a lesson learned.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah,
And I feel so blessed to call you
Oh
my
God,
friend,
yes,
you
you
know.
are a friend, you are a
And,
friend.
we've gone to some social events together,
Yes,
and
yes.
not only just here at these
Of
formal
course, yes,
events.
yeah.
So I didn't know and realize this part of you, so I'm just a little lost for words, I guess,
Oh, thank
for
you,
everything that
thank
you've been
you.
through and where you've become, who you've become.
I don't engage in negativity anymore at all, and like I said, and that's
It's-
been for years. Don't engage, don't even offer an opinion if it's going to anger someone. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. So that's what I said. Always have an open mind. If you
Yes.
have a question, ask. Because a lot of people assume they know. And that's one thing that I will not do. I don't assume, because, like I said, a lot of times what we see is not what's true. And I remember my dad used to always say there's always three sides. He says
Okay.
hers, his, and the truth, And so that's the only thing I remember really is it just always, rang a bell with me that was very important to remember, that
Well,
there's always.
and that's a very important
Yeah,
lesson to.
lesson it is, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Well, you're a beautiful woman, Malak,
you, thank
inside
you.
and out, and
Thank
you
you so
touch so
much,
many
thank you.
people's lives, and I appreciate you taking the time
My
to
absolute
share
pleasure.
a little bit of your story here with us today.
I'm very honored. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Joyce.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you again. Thank you. Thank you.